We know there is never enough time during the school day, and every minute is precious to a teacher. That's why today I am sharing 5 quick tips that are sure to save you time in the classroom. If you're new here, I'm Rachel Vincent, and I share tips on how to run effective and efficient classrooms so that you can get more done and still have time to teach. Now, this video is all about having quick tips, things you can do right away that will save you minutes, because minutes matter. And the first few are all on the computer. We live in a digital age and we teach in a digital age. And if you're anything like me, you are using the same websites or need the same tabs open on your computer multiple times throughout the day and every day of the week. So one of the things I do on my top 4 tabs, the things I use every single day, is I pin the tabs open. So I pin my school email, I pin my Google Drive, I pin my Gmail, and I pin my lesson plans. Every time I close out my window or I open new tabs, those 4 things are saved every single time. And what is so nice is when I close out, turn my computer off for the day, and come back the next day, when I open up my Chrome window, those 4 tabs are automatically opening up. This saves me extra time from having to click it and open it up via bookmarks and things like that, because I know I need to look at those 4 tabs all day long, every single day. The next thing is similar, but this is really for items that I don't need all day long. They're things I reference once a day or maybe once or twice a week. And obviously everybody knows how to save favorites, but one of the things I like to do is actually delete the name of the favorite so that I have just a little icon on my favorites bar, which allows me to have more on my bar. Another thing that saves me time each morning, I put the favorites that I open every single morning in a row. So I know each morning I need my Power School to be open to take attendance, our lunch form to submit our lunch count. I also play music in the morning, so Spotify. So I put those on in a row right here in the morning so that when I open up my Chromebook, my 4 tabs are automatically opening, and then I can go ahead and click to open those 3 tabs that I open every morning, so it is right there. Now, if I was keeping these tabs open all day long, I would pin them, but I don't, so they're just morning tabs, so I just keep them there. Now, there is the option on Google Chrome to make groups. That hasn't really worked well for me. I don't really like that process. So these are the 2 things that really help me in that area. The next thing I do to help save me time from clicking through a bunch of folders is I put an asterisk on the folders that I access every single day so that they are at the top of my list. Yes, I know you have the star feature, and that is great as well, but I typically put that for things that I need to access for a period of time that I'm not going to need all year long. For instance, I know that I'm going to be accessing my 2022-2023 lesson plan folder all year long, every single week. So I go ahead and put an asterisk on it so that it is moved to the front and I can find it quickly. The next thing I do that saves me time during my planning period is to have a list of things that I know I do every single week. I break it down by day. I know every single Monday I need to send out a parent email, so that is on my to-do list, my permanent to-do list, and then I can fill it with grading, lesson planning, other things. I know that having a weekly to-do list like this is just really helpful. It lets me know what I need to get accomplished that day, because a teacher's to-do list is so long and there's so many things going on in our minds, from our students to an email to all these things. Just knowing after I drop my students off, when I get back to the classroom, I can look at that and say, okay, this is what I need to get done today, and go from there. This simple weekly to-do list is what I've used for the past few years, and it has helped me. There are times, especially when I have more that I'm planning. When I was the only teacher on the grade level, I used a more detailed weekly where I planned out my morning time before school started, my planning period, after school, and then I also had on the back all the things I needed to plan for the week, to copy for the week. There was just a lot more involved, and so having a more detailed weekly to-do list was helpful, but I am able to use just the simple weekly to-do list now. I do have both of these to-do lists available, and they are completely editable in my TPT store. You can grab the link for those below. Like we all know, the teacher to-do list is never ending, and it always seems like they are adding more to our to-do list and never taking anything away. And to be quite honest, we're just never going to be able to remember to do all the things that we're supposed to do. Even though if you've been teaching forever, taking attendance just isn't a priority. It often gets forgotten. So any of those tasks that I know I'm going to forget, taking attendance, changing the date, remembering to bring our emergency bag, just simple things like that, I make them a student job. And either the student does it for me, like carries our emergency bag, or changes the date, or they are the reminder of that job, like our attendance clerk. They are the person that brings me the lunch choice and reminds me to take attendance. So kids, for some reason, remember everything. Give that task of reminding you to do something, or give the task to them to get those things done. And speaking of student jobs, as a bonus tip, have your students do all of those little tiny tasks in your classroom to take those off your plate. My students change the date, change the lunch choice, put all the numbers back, take out the trash, sweep the floor, all those things in the afternoon so that I can clean up my desk, put away lessons, figure out making sure I've checked my email so that I can leave school earlier than having to do all those things after dismissal. If you want to save even more time in the classroom, then check out my time management hacks video that is on your screen now.